Okay, so this video is an attempt to figure out how we're going to achieve our mission and solve this problem. Our mission is to make client acquisition easy, right? And right now we're focusing specifically on how to do that for coaches, consultants, course creators, experts, etc. In the long term, we may branch this mission out to a wide array of other niches, and we probably will. But for now, we need to just try and do it for one niche. And we've done it for agency owners, right? But not well enough for me to feel happy and fulfilled, right? We've done it really well. We've done it better than most other courses and other people out there, but it simply isn't good enough. So what I'm going to do here is sort of, how do I even use this bloody tool? Right, let's pick a text box here. Is this text box? No, text is here. Okay. So if we scroll in here, and the mission is to make client acquisition easy, right? And this is the mission, which means the problem we're trying to solve is the appointment, like acquisition is hard. We used to think that like we just wanted to help people with appointment booking, but I realized that that's kind of like 25% of the game, right? And appointment booking isn't the main, well, it's part of the main thing, but it's not all there is. So what I've realized, right? So let's do some critical thinking and let's actually drill down to first principles here so we can see what we're dealing with. Because to solve this on its own is going to be like too big of a task if we're not breaking it down into little chunks, right? And so I realized that this thing here, to make client acquisition easy, you kind of need to have like 4 things, right? So I'm going to draw this out here and draw this out here, right? So you've got one thing here, you've got the second thing here, you've got, what do we like, there and then there, right? And so I realized that there's 4 things that we have to do in order to make this easy. Now if I come back here, I kind of, oh shit man, so now this Miro thing works, right? So we want to make client acquisition easy, right? So what I've realized to do that, we need to have 4 things that line up. The first one is mindset. The second one is offer, and I'm going to explain these in more detail in a second. The third one is appointments, right? And then the fourth one is sales, right? So these are the 4 things that we have to contend with. If we want to make client acquisition easy for someone, then we have to fix these 4 things. So what I've realized is you can actually take these things, because if we fix someone's mindset, if we fix their offer and all this, then it's fine. So if you have a mindset for growth and you're motivated, well, not motivated, but if you're consistent, right? If you're consistent with your learning and your methods, then you will win. But you have to have that consistency. It's born from mindset and discipline. So the mindset is like making sure people do the work, right? Because making client acquisition easy requires work. So the first thing they need to be able to do is actually do it and try and believe they can. So that's where the mindset thing comes in. The offer thing comes in because they need to have a compelling offer that the market actually wants. And in order for them to have a good offer, they need to have a really good service. So we're going to talk about that. And then if you've got a good mindset and a good offer, right? And by good, I mean like as good as it can be. The better these things are, the easier it is to acquire clients. Then you also need to have a system to actually generate appointments and, you know, create a sort of, well, your offer is the stimulus and your niche is like the thing, and you stimulate the thing and then they book an appointment, right? So you have to book appointments and you have to be able to close those appointments. So what I'm going to try and do now is drill this down into some separate things that, and we're going to list out like the problems that we have to solve in people to actually make client acquisition easy. Because we've made client acquisition easy for Imperium, right? We know how to do all these things. And like Bo and I, we're at the point now where we've made client acquisition easy for ourselves, right? Organically. So let's have a think about this, right? So if I come out here and we go back to this, right? So with the mindset thing, what I've realized is I've kind of already done this with the program content, but we need to fix a few things. So we need to fix people's paradigms. Then we need to fix their self-image, right? And identity. And then we need to fix their beliefs, right? And then we need to fix their pain avoidance, which is a big one, right? And then we also need to fix their models, right? Which is the way they see the world. Well, not really, We need to fix their thinking, right? And then we need to sort of give them like future self. So we need to give them someone to grow into. As far as I'm concerned, there's going to be more mindset stuff to it than this, but I think these are the main ones. Like if you have a solid paradigm and see the world accurately, if your self-image is if you're biased towards growing stuff, then your identity is associated with that, then you'll behave like that. If your beliefs are not limiting and are, if anything, the opposite of limiting, and if you are happy to face pain and confront pain, and if you can think clearly and you have a real strong sense of who you want to become and who you need to become to achieve your goal, then your mindset is kind of like, we can tick that box. So what we need to do is figure out how to lever up these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things, and make sure people actually do them, because if we can do this and we fix the mindset, then we fix pretty much everything is upstream of mindset. So this is like, as far as I'm concerned, like the mindset stuff, I'm going to say that this is like probably like a good 50% of the battle, if not more, to be honest. Do you know what? Actually, let's just say that mindset's like 60% of the battle, because I actually think that it's probably even more than that. And then your offer is the next thing, which I'd say is like 20% of the battle. And then I'd actually say that appointment booking is like 10% of the battle. And then sales is 10% of the battle, right? And it's like, if you fix mindset, then these aren't the problem. But so let's drag this down. Let's have a look next at the offer. Because the offer is like, what I've realized is like acquisition, how easy it is to acquire clients is basically how easy it is for you to keep clients. So it really is about your delivery, right? Because if you are really good at what you do, you don't even need an offer. It's just on your reputation alone that you're good. Like a good offer just says that you're good at what you do, right? You can get people what they want, and it's compelling, and it means something to them, and they resonate with it. And so what we need to do is we need to figure out how to get people to be really good at delivery. And we need to do this from like the perspective of teaching them the frameworks and methods for building something that's actually good and learning things and getting good at things. Because what I've learned about people is it's never the niche or the service or the coaching proposition that is hard to do or learn. It's the person approaching it. So I think we fix a lot of this with the mindset stuff, but I want to have part of the business needs to be focused on helping people become better at service delivery and actually helping people helping our clients be better at what they do. And so I'm going to try and critically think through modules and program content and training videos on our process for creating stuff that's good, and researching other people that have created stuff that's good and found out what the variables are that those people have used, so people can actually, but we can build like a system that people can follow and frameworks that people can apply to actually become good at something and genuinely like know what to do and become true experts. So I think like when you are really good at service delivery, creating a good compelling offer isn't too much of an issue, because how easy it is for you to create an offer depends on how easy it is for you to actually deliver on that offer. And so when we see people create offers, we often find that what they promise and what they guarantee or what they say they can do is heavily limited by what they actually think they can do in the first place. But that's wrong. What we want to do is we want to figure out like what the best offer possibly could be. And then we want our service delivery to be based on our offer. We don't want our offer to be based on our service delivery. So the key to having an insane offer is to have insane service delivery, and then your options aren't limited. So we need to figure out, we can obviously have program content on how to be good at this, like how to be good at e-commerce or how to be good at coaching sales or how to be good at this. Like we need to figure out, like, I realize this is what Sam Evans has done with Uplevel. He's like taken like core premises and he's taught principles, not strategies. And I think that's what we need to do. And that's how we need to approach this, is like teaching people how to actually think and become better at what they do. And I'm going to try and think like how we've done what we've done with Imperium, because we are called like the best training program for agency owners, period, by like all of our clients. And so we've done something rare. But that's the second thing, is the offer. But I think like instead of, because you can be like the frameworks for an offer, obviously you've got frameworks, right, around like risk reversal, but those are pretty simple to understand and pretty simple to figure out, because you can look at your competition's offers and just like copy them, right? You can probably get similar results. But I think it's the delivery, and I'd say this accounts for like 20% of the thing. Probably more, like maybe this is like 50% and this is 30%. In fact, you know, let's actually do that, because I don't want to underemphasize the offer thing. We might feel like Bo might feel the need to change these, but you know, like offer's going to really be 30%. If anything, it's probably just like 40% offer and then 5% appointments and 5% sales, but we won't these are still important. So on from that is appointments, right? And I've sort of realized that we can break appointment booking down as well, because everyone thinks appointment booking is this big, weird, scary thing that you need to have to try and get clients, right? But I think I've come to the conclusion that appointment booking is basically leads, right? Leads. And then it's messaging, which is like your copy and shit. And then it's strategy, right? Which is like, do you use quality? Do you use quantity? Like, how do you deliver it? Like, and then after that, it's kind of like vehicle, right? Which could be like email, cold message, whatever. And then beyond there, it's automation. And like, if you have like solid lead sourcing, good messaging and understanding of psychology, a great strategy for delivering the thing, and a good vehicle and automation, then you can book appointments, right? And there might be more to this, and I will probably dive deeper into this, but I think like this is what we're contending with for now. And then with sales, it's really simple, because it's kind of like, well, the other thing you need here is you need hiring, right? We'll put hiring and management, because that's a big one at the bottom. But I've realized with sales, it's really just like you need to fix three things. So it's ability to question well, right? Ability to pitch with conviction, right? And then it's the ability to, well, it's kind of just like shit. It's basically just this, not taking no for an answer. Right, that's really all sales is. Like, now that I've thought about it, right, and I've tried to distill it and thinking like, what are we dealing with here? Like, all we need to do, I mean, obviously you've got like your foundations as you do, right? You know, you kind of need to understand how sales works and stuff. Otherwise you're kind of fucked. And I would probably put foundations on appointment booking as well, because everything starts with the foundations, right? But like, really with sales, like once you understand like the premise of sales and how it works, like all you need is, like, you need to question well, pitch with conviction, not take no for an answer, and then hire and manage talent to do it for you. And so, like, I think that if we can solve this for everyone, like, there's going to be more stuff that I haven't thought of here. But like, if we can solve 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, like, there's kind of like a few more, maybe like 20 problems. If we can solve all 20 of these, then client acquisition becomes easy. I think that's sort of like, I realized that like it's not like we should never go after the big mission. Like, obviously we're going after the big mission to solve it, but they say, how do you eat an elephant? It's like one piece at a time, right? So we need to fix like the mindset, the offer, the appointments and the sales, but then really to fix these things, we need to fix other small things. So it's like, we've got the mission up here, but then the mission is to solve these things, but then the mission is really to solve these things. And it's the more of these we solve, the easier client acquisition becomes. So I think I wanted to sort of lay this out. I'm going to put together some principles and like our overall vision and like really distill this into like an actual thing so we can look at how we behave and stuff. And I've got some great principles that we're going to use and abide by to make this work. I was talking to someone the other day, a business owner, and she was like, yeah, all my employees work 4 days a week. We don't want that shit, right? We want people that work. So if you don't want to work, you can get out. 4-day work weeks are not fun. We don't want that, right? Why would you want to work 4 days a week? Well, it's just, I don't get it. I understand why some people don't want to do that, but like, that's an example principle, like hard work. Like, we're hiring people that are like, yeah, I want to work like 4 days a week. Like, fuck that. We want people that want to work 6 days a week, right? Just because they want to. So that's how we're going to make client acquisition easy. Any questions, let me know. I think this is what we need to focus on, and this is what we're going to build the new program around, and this is how we're going to basically fix this problem.